Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Breaking news, the Premier League will return on the 17th of June, Wednesday the 17th of June, where the first games to be played will be Aston Villa against Sheffield United and Manchester City against Arsenal. These are the games that were obviously postponed before this virus came in, and obviously they are the games in hand. So let's see what has been said, basically. So, the Premier League is returning. The Premier League season is set to restart on the 17th of June with Aston Villa versus Sheffield United and Manchester City versus Arsenal, the BBC has learned. A 4-round of fixtures will then be played on the weekend of 19th and 21st of June. Now, my understanding is that this is likely to be the fixtures of match week 30. So, the fixtures for that would be Watford against Leicester City, Bournemouth against Crystal Palace, Brighton against Arsenal, Manchester City against Burnley, Newcastle United against Sheffield United, Norwich City against Southampton, Aston Villa against Chelsea, West Ham against Wolves, Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United, and Everton against Liverpool. So that would be match week 30, potentially potentially playing on those weekends. There are 92 matches still to play, and the first to take place will be those the 4 teams involved have in hand. Clubs discussed the resumption plan, which is subject to government approval at a meeting on Thursday and is understood all agreed in principle. The Premier League was suspended on the 13th of March because of the pandemic, and it will be 100 days after Leicester City's 4-0 win over Aston Villa on the 9th of March that competition will resume, with games now behind closed doors. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Will that affect the likes of, obviously, Sheffield United, who they're doing very, very well? Will it affect the sort of the bottom clubs? Obviously, Norwich City, Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Obviously, maybe these kind of teams need a crowd to sort of lift themselves. Who knows? Who knows? Manchester City against Arsenal was all ready to be shown on Sky Sports. Well, Aston Villa versus Sheffield United was not listed for live coverage when selections were announced in February. Home and away matches look most likely for the vast majority of games, BBC Sport understands, with a few high-profile games at neutral venues at the request of the police. A number of clubs have expressed their opposition to the concept of using neutral grounds, including Brighton, West Ham and Crystal Palace. Safety guidelines are yet to be issued by the government, and decisions will remain subject to the continuing fight against coronavirus. On Wednesday, clubs unanimously voted to resume contact training, having started non-contact training last week. So far, 12 people have tested positive for coronavirus after 2,752 tests across the league. And now those obviously include Adrian Mariappa, obviously of Watford, Aaron Ramsdale of Bournemouth, and so on. Premier League players and staff will continue to be tested twice a week, with a capacity increased from 50 to 60 tests per club for their 4th round of testing. Any players or staff to test positive must self-isolate for a period of 7 days. Plans for the 3rd phase of Project Restart include a step towards normal training and build up to competitive games. Liverpool currently sit 25 points clear at the top of the table, while Bournemouth, Aston Villa and Norwich City are in the relegation places. So there we go. Obviously 1947 was the last season to be played into the summer. It's going to be very interesting. So let's, obviously the games in hand for the Premier League. This obviously the teams that have a good game in hand. So obviously Man City, Arsenal, and obviously Aston Villa, Sheffield United. So after those games, they would be on 29 games played each. So that's one thing you could say for that. So looking at the table, so obviously Liverpool need 2 wins to win the title. Man City are on 57, Leicester 53, Chelsea 48, Manchester United 45. So the top 4 race is still on. You could even put Wolves and Sheffield United in that mix as well. Maybe Spurs, maybe Arsenal. I would highly doubt it, but it's at the bottom of the table, which looks really, really interesting. So Brighton and Hove Albion 29 points are in 15th. Then there are 3 teams on 27 points: West Ham, Watford and Bournemouth, all on 27 points. So that is where the very, very interesting thing would happen. Were Aston Villa to beat Sheffield United on the 17th of June, they would be up to 28 points. So that would move Bournemouth down, and it would also move Watford down, and it would move Villa up into 16th. So that's something else to look ahead to. But obviously the games are going to be behind closed doors. Yeah. My initial reaction. I've obviously said, like I said, football needs to return when it's safe to do so. Maybe it is rushing into it a little bit, but the positive thing is football is returning. Obviously, we have had the Bundesliga. It's been nice to obviously watch some football. However, obviously, the thing is that the Bundesliga, like, it was always going to be like a flash in the pan. Everyone was going to enjoy it for the time being, but it wasn't going to be happening so far. So, but yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about the Premier League restarting? What do you think about, obviously, the two first games being Aston Villa, Sheffield United, and Manchester City, Arsenal? And were Manchester City, this is probably highly unlikely, but if Manchester City were to lose to Arsenal, Liverpool could win the title at Goodison Park. I mean, I've already said that it would be nice to win at Anfield. Yes, it's going to be very interesting, obviously without fans, etc. But the main thing is that obviously everyone wanted football back. But yeah, it may be too early, it may not be. But let me know in the comment section down below. Obviously, football is returning 17th of June, Wednesday the 17th of June. The Premier League is returning. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, we shall see what happens. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you are all well, safe and sound. And yeah, obviously, football is returning. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, then hit that subscribe button. Smash a like on this video as well. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.